What happened when I started meaning my prayers? I mean, really meaning it. Like saying them with conviction, talking to God, and really meaning what I'm saying to Him. A whole world changed. My whole life changed, and everything around it. The things that I was putting out started to come back to me in ways that I couldn't even fathom as a drinker. The things that started happening were amazing. Nothing short of amazing. When I was a drinker about 6 to maybe 7 years ago, I had a person close to me that was reading the Bible that year, and I was telling them about something I was struggling with, and they kind of looked at me, and I looked at them, and I said, "What should I do? Go pray on it?" And they said, "Yeah, of course you should." And I kind of said it with a smirk, and they said, "Are you laughing at me?" And I said, "No, no, of course not." But really, on the inside, I was mocking prayer. I was mocking that person almost. And that's what it was like as a drinker. I was cruel. I didn't mean to be, but I didn't believe in anything except for my drinking. Alcohol was the only thing that I really focused on. And so when I got sober, I started to really focus on that thing that I was mocking. I never forgot that conversation because it was something that struck a nerve with me. It made me feel like someone I'm not, someone I was not. And a couple weeks before I got sober, I got down on my knees and I just cried and I begged God to take me out of the pain. I wanted to get out of the addiction cycle. I wanted to stop drinking. I wanted to have a better life. I wanted to stop being angry. And I begged for it. And by His grace, that happened. It was just a couple weeks later that it happened. And it took a lot of heartache for it to sink in that I needed to be done with drinking. But it happened, and from that point forward, I made it a point to say my prayers with conviction, really mean it. Focus on the things that I was doing that was sinful. My drinking wasn't always sinful. I didn't feel like it was, but it made me do things that I wouldn't normally do. And so I started to really focus on that. And when I got sober and the months after that, I started realizing that I was losing my taste for sin. My drinking wasn't necessarily the sin, but the amount was, and the things that it caused me to say and do was sinful. And I started to lose that taste for that sin. And as a result, the taste for other sins started to go away as well. But I would start to mean my prayers, and every day I would I begged to quit drinking, but every day I would start to ask for strength instead of begging. And that changed my entire life. It changed my entire world because those prayers started to become answered every single day. And instead of begging, I would ask for strength. I would just ask for grace, and I started to give grace to people that God gives me, and that changed everything in my life. So if you're wondering, how is prayer going to change my life? It's going to change your life if you mean what you say. If you know that something is a problem and you want to fix it, you could admit to God. You don't have to admit to anybody but God that, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Do this thing that's holding me back anymore. I admit that it's a problem. I want you to take it, and I want you to replace it with things that are better. And those things start to happen. And by the grace of God, My life has changed. I'm no longer drinking. It's been 4.5 years going on 5. My life is 1,000% better alcohol free. The things that I ask for, they come true, and they can happen for you as well. So have a great day, everybody. It's a sunny day here. Wherever you are in your journey, just have hope, have faith. I've got a sober community on Facebook. Come on over and join it. I'll pin the link in the comment section below. And have a great sober day, everybody.